Not today.
Well, good evening, everybody. I'll call the village board meeting to order. Have the clerk please call the roll.
Trustee Gus.
Here.
Trustee Jensen.
Here.
Trustee Miller.
Here.
Trustee Siddick. Here. Trustee Wells is absent. Attorney Perez.
Here. All right, we have a quorum. If you would please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, first up is public comment on agenda items. This would be for any comment on anything that is currently on our agenda. Would anyone like to address the board about agenda items? Hearing none, seeing none. Then we will move on to the consent agenda, which tonight includes the following items. Approval of the village board regular meeting minutes for March 13th. Bills presented for payment in the amount of $104,491. The February finance report and community development report. Is there anything that the board would have us to consider separately? All right.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Discussion? All right, roll call, please.
Trustee Gus.
Aye.
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Trustee Siddick.
All right, I have nothing under the mayor's report. We'll move on to reports from trustees. First up, Trustee Jensen.
I have one item in addition to the announcement of the next Finance Committee meeting, which will be the 17th of April, 6 p.m. upstairs. The item that I have on the agenda tonight is to offer a resolution authorizing the execution of a letter of engagement with our Lauterbach, Amen, to provide village auditing services. If you'll notice on the cover sheet that there's a small increase over the previous year, and our finance director is well pleased with their services, and therefore, I support this motion.
Second.
We have a motion by Trustee Jensen, second by Trustee Gust. And discussion, just to point out that the annual cost ranges from $19,000 to, or excuse me, from, $19,000 to $20,000 over the next 3 years. Am I saying that correctly? Yeah. Yep. I look at your fiscal years and it's like, okay, yep. Thanks. Any discussion? All right, roll call, please.
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Trustee Siddick.
Aye.
Trustee Gus.
Aye.
Motion carries.
That concludes my report, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Parks and Rec, Trustee Gust.
I just want to say that St. Patrick's Day luncheon, we had 54 people, excellent turnout, good food, good entertainment, and I believe everybody had a heck of a good time. The mayor even won a shillelagh stick. I figured you'd be welcome in with that tonight. The other item I got is just remember on Saturday, April 19th, Easter egg hunt. Whether it snows, rain, or whatever it may happen that day.
And it starts at
9 a.m. It'll be over at 9:20.
9:05.
There.
9:05.
That ends my report.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, Public Relations and IG Committee, Trustee Miller.
Yep, nothing from that end of the house tonight.
All right, Public Safety, Trustee Siddick.
Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're back.
This is me. Spring edition 2025 newsletter. I don't know if people have received it in their mailboxes yet, but it should be hopefully tomorrow, Saturday at the latest. Glorious color edition, all the latest events, number of articles from everyone up on this platform tonight. And really appreciate the effort into this by our staff. I think,
You did an awesome job.
yeah.
Awesome.
I tell our administrator just keeps getting better and better, and all the people who contributed.
And I have to say, sitting through a few staff meetings, that he enjoys.
Oh, yeah.
He enjoys the process immensely. Has attempted to delegate in every possible way.
You notice he's not making any eye contact with you.
He's not even looking this way.
No.
Okay.
But If it says it's spring in our newsletter, it is spring.
All right.
That's it.
Eventually.
All right. Moving over to public safety, Trustee Siddick.
Nothing to report for us. And, okay, what about the new canine officer, the puppy, is he coming for a visit? Oh, okay, who's saying we're on the new officer? Okay.
Maybe they know, but I haven't been.
Yeah, I understand, I just recently learned that actually a relative of that, correct? We look forward to meeting him.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I have nothing else. Thanks.
Okay.
You could bring them to a meeting,
Yeah.
introduce.
What could possibly go wrong?
Don't bring no drugs there.
Keep it interesting.
No sudden moves. All right, then we'll move back to Public Works. Trustee Miller.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. First item for the board's consideration tonight has to do with our 2025 motor fuel tax road improvement project. And our village staff has worked with our village engineers and the Public Works Committee to identify the scope of all the streets on the list for this year. The cost of the project will be paid for using a combination of motor fuel tax funds and our utility tax revenue. IDOT requires us to do a resolution to authorize the usage of these MFT funds prior to approving the contract. And as was stated, I think previously, this year's project encompasses 3.158 miles of roads. Public Works unanimously recommends this resolution as discussed at their March meeting. And this is in keeping with our village priority of continuing with more aggressive pavement repair. The impact to our budget is $600,000. The fund that this money is coming out of is the motor fuel tax fund. And with that, I make a motion to approve the resolution appropriating $600,000 in motor fuel tax funds for the 2025 road improvement project. And also I want to mention that in the newsletter on page 5 is a complete list of all the streets that will be done this year.
I will second it.
Okay, motion by Trustee Miller, second by Trustee Gust. Discussion. Looks like the list is predominantly south side, so we should be getting that area covered well. All right, and roll call, please.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Trustee Siddick. Trustee Gus.
Aye.
Trustee Jensen.
Motion carries.
Okay, on to the next item. This is a professional services agreement for the board's consideration between our village and HMG Engineers. This has specifically to do with construction observation of before mentioned MFT Street project. Our engineers have been working with the village now for several years on all of our street projects. Our staff requested them to provide professional services again going forward, and a copy of this agreement is included in your packet. The work will be performed in the amount of $118,500. Public Works Committee discussed and recommended to forward to the board. Again, this keeps with our village priority of more aggressive pavement repair. The budget impact is $118,500, and the fund that this money comes out of is the Capital Improvement Fund. So, I have a question. The 118,500, is that a not to exceed, or is that just a estimate?
Is not to.
Not to exceed, okay, I think
That's-
that's worth mentioning.
Yeah, all of those agreements are typically, yeah.
Okay. So I make a motion to approve professional services agreement from HMG Engineers for construction observation services.
I'll second it.
Motion by Miller, second by Gust. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Trustee Siddick.
Aye.
Trustee Gus.
Aye.
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Okay, much carries.
Okay, and one final item tonight. This is for the board's consideration, an intergovernmental agreement that provides for membership in what's known as the Illinois Public Works Mutual Aid Network. Again, Public Works Committee reviewed. There were a few updates to this contract or agreement. And we have, the village, been a member of, this acronym is IPWOMA. Since 2017, we participated even already in sending our help during emergency requests to other communities that are in the organization. I think the main reason for this update is it includes day-to-day operations if needed. Is that correct, Pat?
That is correct.
Okay. This is in line with our village priority of continuing to participate in these mutual aid agreements. Impact to our budget is a mere $100 in yearly dues. So with that, I make a motion to approve the revised intergovernmental agreement that provides for membership in the Illinois Public Works Mutual Aid Network.
I will second it.
Motion by Miller, second by Gus. Discussion?
This is kind of like what the fire departments do.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Actually, after the 2011 storms, this would have helped us quite a bit during that time,
Oh.
where it was a localized storm that impacted Beach Park and Zion more than any of the surrounding areas. We did get some additional help from our neighbors, but this kind of memorializes that function. We can put a call out and maybe get another truck or get a crew that has an excavator or whatever's needed, and to respond to our needs. And likewise, somebody has a big flooding event, we can send our vac truck out to help them get drains cleared, et cetera. So it's a good deal.
Yep.
All right. Roll call, please.
Trustee Gus,
Aye.
trustee Jensen,
Aye.
trustee Miller,
Aye.
trustee Sidik.
Motion carries.
It for Public Works.
All right, thank you. The TIF committee has not met, so there's no report there. We've got nothing under staff reports or old business. Any new business to come before the board?
I have one item.
Sure.
Just want to remind everybody that the county's going to be having their public meeting April 2 at Bonnybrook Golf Course at 5 to 7 p.m. To discuss to present the York House Road project, which will impact a number of our residents along York House and those that use it and live nearby. So, and our administrator was kind enough to send postcards out to remind the residents that are affected. And I want to remind folks that if they're interested, to go and participate.
Keep a wary eye towards accoutrements like sidewalks and paths that are necessary, but keep an eye on where they are located, and the questions of who will maintain them. And some of that falls back on us. And
Right, which is interesting. It's a county road, county right away, and they expect the village to pay for the accoutrements as you
in some cases, yes. So it's always with a wary eye that I look forward to these improvements, much like Green Bay Road.
Wadsworth Road is going to be.
Wadsworth will be the same thing. Yep.
And yeah, Green Bay too.
Yep. Green Bay, the widening, the taking, the utility relocations to the tune of millions of dollars you pay for that. Oh,
Thank you.
thanks. Maybe we don't want this effort.
Yeah, maybe we don't.
At any rate, I just wanted to remind folks that that's coming up.
Thank
Where
you.
is it going to be?
Bonnybrook Golf Course,
Bonnybrook. Okay.
5 p.m. Tuesday or Wednesday the 2nd.
Then along with that, you can tell them Lewis Avenue and Russell Kenosha Road is going to be tore up this summer. They're going to do turnabouts in both intersections.
Yep.
So welcome to construction season.
Yep.
Well, in Lewis Avenue, they have what they call paved shoulders, sidewalks.
That's
They provided that.
more or less what they're planning on
But they-
doing
now
at
they
York
want us
House,
to provide on York House.
which leaves challenges for things like mailboxes, pedestrians,
Interesting.
all of that. So, yep, should be a good meeting, or open house, I should say. All right, now it's time for citizens wishing to address the board. Any and all topics. Hi, Aaron. All right, nobody's jumping up. No cause for an executive session tonight, so
In which case, Mayor, it would be my honor to offer a motion to adjourn.
I would accept that motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.